And we have returned. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. That right there was Highball with the Devil by Les Claypool and the Holy Mackerel off of the album of the same name. The album is called Highball with the Devil, not Les Claypool. You know what I mean. Anyway, welcome back to the stream. This is going to be very different from what I had originally planned, because I had originally planned to carry on with some more Resident Evil 2. However, both my PS4 and my capture card are not agreeing with me. The sound is awful, and the PS4 keeps spitting the disc back out. It's like it's forcing me not to play it. So, instead, I am going to see if I can knock out the first part of a... It's kind of a story-driven game, kind of a detective game, something called Knee Deep. I've had it for a while, I've been meaning to stream it for a while. Hopefully it's going to work, because this is all slapdashing at the last minute. I haven't had a lot of time to test it, so we're gonna see how this is gonna go. So let's switch over to our Steam Games tab and start up Knee Deep and see where we can go. And hopefully this is going to work. There we go. I've had a lot of issues with that capture card lately. I don't want to get a new one because I just spent a pile of money on getting a new processor and motherboard. So I really, really don't want to screw with that any more than I have to. Now, I think I can play this with a controller too, but I'm not sure. You know what? I don't think I'm even going to bother with the controller. I think this is more like a point-and-click kind of game anyway, so I should be able to make do with just that. Apparently the gist of this is some washed-up actor has apparently killed himself, I believe, and you just have to play as a variety of characters to try to figure out the truth, I think. And it's divided up in like a 3-act structure, so I'm hoping I'll be able to like just separate these out next, and we'll see how it goes. Apparently it's a very stylistically done game wherein all characters are moved around from set piece to set piece, almost as if they're actors on a stage, I think, or something like that. I've heard that it's very strange, is what I'm getting at. It's very Twin Peaks-like, is how it's been described. So I guess we'll see.
Settle in for a night at the theater.
Read the playbill. Knee Deep, a swamp noir in 3 acts.
The stage is set, the broader script's written, but your choices shape how other characters react to you.
Yeah, it's one of those games. Tune the orchestra. How very bizarre this is. Musicians start tuning their instruments in preparation for the show's opening act.
You can lose friends, respect, and the moral high ground. Can't lose the game.
So apparently there's no fail condition. I can just make everybody hate me.
You're the star, playing our 3 main characters. Blogger Romana T, print reporter Jack Bellin, and detective Casey Gaddis. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prologue Theater welcomes you to this production. Please, no videos or flash photography. Enjoy the show.
Bring down the house lights. Curtain rises on Act 1 of Knee Deep. Already I really like the way this game looks. I love real screwball stuff like this.
Another beautiful Florida sunset, tainted by a dangling corpse.
I see. I guess that happens often during Florida sunsets? I don't know, I've never been. Sad ending. Slow news day. Another fine mess.
Jim Larman, janitor at Chief Roadside's Wonderland finds a new mess to clean. The demise of has-been Hollywood star Tag Kern.
With a name like Tag.
It's a horrible job on the best of days.
Not the best of days.
Shit, not again.
Meanwhile, on I-95, Romana T, stuck in traffic, dodging her editor, hunting for a last chance.
Not much else to do while the traffic crawls.
Dystopic 12 rocked! Screw the critics. Oh, Jesus. Hanging too good for him? Oh, dear. That's dark.
So young and soon to be so unemployed.
Fan rage. Give a strange response. Cypress knee. Give a strange response.
Boing boing cartoon sound effects. Just the right touch. Could save my ass with Lenny.
I see. During the game, you'll post reports, pick a source and a clue, then assign a spin. Choose cautious, edgy, or inflammatory. I see. Choose a spin. Dead actor reports on the internet suggest that Hollywood has-been Tag Kern killed himself at an old Florida tourist trap called Chief Roadside's Wonderland. Chief Roadside is a very strange name. Probably not terribly appropriate, but you know. Let's be, let's try to be respectful. There. Breaking, Tag Kern dead. Cypress Knee, Florida. It's not a hoax like last year. Officials report that Tag Kern hanged himself from a tower at a Florida roadside tourist trap. Oh, I get to see the responses? Okay, that's good. Edgy. Fading star burns out in Florida. Tag Kern made a name for himself in action flicks such as Operation Amazeballs, oh no, and the occasional artsy picture like Existentialist. But will he now be remembered for killing himself in a Florida tourist trap? Authorities say Kern hanged himself from a tower in Chief Roadside's Wonderland. Inflammatory. People haven't paid this much attention to Tag Kern since the first time he ran drunken naked through Times Square. Now he's the talk of the internet after hanging himself from the tower of a tacky roadside tourist trap in swampy North Florida. No word yet on a motive for his suicide, but recent box office failures like Dystopic 12 and Meacham might have something to do with it. I feel like the edgy one might be... Yeah, this isn't too bad. We'll go with this. It's a bit more poetic, I suppose, yeah.
The traffic doesn't seem to be in any hurry to break gridlock.
Yell at the motorists.
Get out of my way!
I'm going to be a raging asshole for most of this, aren't I?
I didn't think it would take him so long to call.
I can't deal right now.
Bad enough I'm stuck in traffic. Why add Lenny to my grief?
Not Lenny! Oh, this would drive me insane! And apparently it drives her insane too. And now she's just getting out of her car. I've heard this game has a really good soundtrack too, so... Oh yeah, this is trippy.
Better known as Phaedra. Top blogger at FanRage for the past 3 years. And you're only 20.
Fan rage.
Not bad on the Kardashian fame scale.
Give a strange response.
On the Homeland Security scale, I'm pewter.
You've been in the thick of the current story.
Give a strange response.
I always wanted to be a surfboard waxer in Madagascar, but my my complexion's better for blogging.
Good gig?
I guess I'm just going to keep going strange. Like, I'm just going to assume that this lady has a screw loose.
Couldn't stab a frog with it.
We've got some.
A lot of this doesn't even make any sense.
Not a lot of people left to give answers.
That's on you, I think.
Just call me Lee Harvey.
Quirky boots. Ramona's a little strange, judging some of your responses. Okay. I don't really know how any of these apply, but... Phaedra, the pseudonym Ramona Teague uses when she posts to the Fan Rage gossip blog. 53 likes, 122 shares. Lenny Spruce, editor and webmaster for the Fan Rage gossip blog, Ramona Phaedra Teague's boss. Chief Roadside's originally built in the 1960s. Chief Roadside's Wonderland is a tacky North Florida tourist trap well past its prime. It sits off Interstate 95 between St. Augustine and Jacksonville. Cool.
Why'd you get sacked?
Critical choice ahead! I'll say made a mistake. Let's not make myself look horrible, huh?
I was in a hurry. Took a source at their word for a story. Published on the blog without verifying. Stupid mistake.
Your editor must have been furious.
Give strange response.
Never call him a furry to his face.
What? Okay. So is Lenny legitimately a furry? I'm interested now. Not too interested, but still interested.
So, that's what it takes to lose a job you can do in pajamas.
Let's start from the top. You were in traffic outside Jacksonville 2 days ago when you heard the news, right?
Romana, bet you didn't know a Tyburn gallows could hang 24 people at once. Tad Kern killed himself, they said.
Like, with the responses I'm giving, I'm beginning to worry about this poor woman's mental state, and they should be too.
But that wasn't even the real story.
So far, I'm just loving how delightfully absurd this game is. Clues, lore, and archived reports are in the journal. Journal can be opened with the J on the keyboard or back on a controller. I see. Nothing new yet, of course. The infamous Phaedra finds herself in the forgotten tourist town of Cypress Knee. One more story.
3 years I've been blogging for Fan Rage. Guess Kern's death is my last hurrah. Or maybe it saves my job. Or lands me a new one somewhere else.
Freaky family?
I remember hearing about an incestuous family living in an old school bus here once. Headlines back in 2004 talked about Aunt Mom and Uncle Dad.
I see. More going on with Kern than appears. Who is this? You're not on my contacts list. I'm a big fan. Call me Anonymous. That seems straightforward. No, it doesn't. I really don't think taking anonymous texts from people on such matters is a great idea, but okay. Hanged himself from a tacky Indian tower. No great mystery. Not so open and shut. Knowledge? What do you know about it? A few things will help when I can. Start with Gordon Cordray, church bigwig. Why are you yelling at me? Tone down the caps. Crazy capitalization. You break your shift. Oh, I didn't even realize she was going to call him out on that. You break your shift button. Why shout? Until next time. Yeah, screw it. Let's answer him.
Hi, Lenny.
Finally answering your phone. I've spent all day with lawyers thanks to your colossal shitstorm.
What shitstorm? What have I done? Give a strange response.
I guess that explains the smell.
Oh, that's actually something that kind of makes sense in context. I'm surprised.
You outed Deandra Allister, TV's favorite wholesome hetero mom. Her people insist she's not gay.
I see. The housekeeper? Let's go housekeeper.
A maid at the Teal Towers told me she saw Deandra making out with Angie.
Yeah, I read the story. So did a million other people. She's not gay. TV's favorite mom.
According to string theory, she could be gay in some variable iteration of this universe.
Well, I mean, if you want to bring string theory into it.
You screwed up before, but never anything of this magnitude.
Go big or go home, yeah?
You're on your ninth life, kitty. Tell me, how you plan to justify your phony baloney job now?
How do you plan on justifying your phony baloney job? You're the one who's managing the fucking website I'm writing for, but okay.
I'm at ground zero for the death of Tad Kern.
Get something online soon. Make it good. And no more mistakes.
Close-up of a cat with glowing red eyes. Soon.
Mm-hmm. Hello? Who are you, my friend?
Don't support the tyranny of institutional racism. Chief Roadsides is a culturally insensitive relic.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one, I guess.
It's atrocious. Yeah.
I'm glad you agree. Would you sign this petition?
Give strange response. No, let's sign the petition.
Just don't add me to your mailing list. I'm not from around here.
Alright, thanks.
I'm here about Tad Kern, anyway.
Oh, right, you're that blogger. Phaedra? I read your stuff. Sad about Kern. I really wanted another Operation Amazeballs.
With a name like Operation Amazeballs, I want to know what the hell that movie's even about. I am both confused and afraid and also strangely intrigued.
What's with the fancy motor coach?
Those folks are with the Church of Us. You know, the Weists. Kern was one of them.
Gee, I wonder what this is supposed to be a parody of.
Maybe they can tell me more.
Maybe. Or maybe they'll try to brainwash you into joining their crazy cult.
Possibly. Upcoming blog posts may affect your relationships with other characters. Let's see. Freaky Family. Tad Kern was a big movie star in the 1980s, but the shine grew dimmer after the turn of the century. Last big movie was an action flop called Meacham. Anonymous is a mysterious individual who started texting Ramona about Kern after she arrived at Chief Roadside's Wonderland. Gordon Cordray, Florida's top representative of the cultish International Church of Us. He travels around the state recruiting new members to the organization. Deandra Allister, actress who stars as America's favorite TV mom on network sitcom RV There Yet. That's an awful name. Romana Teague outed her as a homosexual on the Fanrage blog, but Allister's lawyers insist that's a lie. That's kind of a shitty thing to be doing, Ramona. Just saying. I don't know. Church of Us. A secretive religious cult that caters to the wealthy elite while pushing the philosophy that giving more and more money to the church can improve a person's opto levels. Quite popular among celebrities. Members are known as Weists. Yes. Yes. Native American Robert Woodstep protested against the racial stereotypes embodied by Chief Roadside's Wonderland and Cypress Knee. The town may be best known for an incestuous couple called Aunt Mom and Uncle Dad. I don't know why they keep bringing that up. Is that somehow going to be important?
I'm not worried about that. Never been much of a joiner.
Okay. Native American Robert Woodstep protested against... Okay, alright. Cautious. Robert Woodstep, a Native American resident of Cypress Knee, wants owners of Chief Roadside's Wonderland to abandon harmful stereotypes. Woodstep waved a sign that reads, Chief Downsides. Okay, that's not exactly a very clever thing, but amidst the chaotic swirl of coverage of actor Tag Kern's death, the town last made headlines in 2004 with child abuse charges against a couple known as Aunt Mom and Uncle Dad. We're just gonna keep hammering on that, aren't we? Edgy. Can one man change a rusty racist relic? The sign gripped by Cypress Knee, Woodstep, a Native American, took advantage of the media attention at the rundown Florida attraction to demand change. Don't support culturally institutionalized racism, Woodstep shouted to anyone willing to listen. And once again, we talk about that. Inflammatory. Kern's suicidal faux pas. I don't know that that's what I should go with. Let's just stick with the edgy route. It's getting clicks, Phaedra, but so is this hamster in a tutu video. What, you wanted me to be more edgy, perhaps?
You're prismatic, at the very least.
I'm a what now? That's confusing.
That makes as much sense as clock hands on a spoon.
Even spoons need to tell time sometime.
Are you ready for the octo-levels test? One-time offer, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna have to go what on that?
An opta, huh?
The test measures your status within the Church of Us. The lowest possible level is primordial. The highest rank one may attain is dark matter.
So I become a horrific Kirby villain? If I reach the top ranks of your church, I get to be in constant eternal war with a little pink fluff ball. I mean, that sounds pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I usually saw Kirby on that one, but...
Gotcha.
Are you ready?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Poster for Operation Amazeballs is not as impressive as I would hope. Just putting that out there. Help us, help you, help yourself by answering a series of questions. Don't be self-conscious. Answers are not right or wrong.
Let's get on with it.
This should be good. Choose the best color. Saffron, lavender, crimson, cerulean. I mean, lavender's nice.
Even the color smells pretty.
Okay. Choose the best number. 133, 107. I'll pick the one that's closest to my own age. That and I do like a number that's a palindrome.
One day I'll be middle-aged too.
Oh. God damn it, Ramona. I didn't expect this game would remind me how old I'm getting. Considering I'm only about a year off from that myself now. That was a game, making me question my own life. Walking through a desert, you find a smartphone lying on its back, screen baking in the sun. What do you do? Check ownership.
See who owns the phone and try to return it to them.
You know, like a responsible human being. Favorite kind of music? Rock, I suppose.
Nothing Canadian, though.
Gee, I wonder who that's supposed to be a dig against. First childhood memory? Mom, I guess?
Mom, sitting on the balcony, serving tea in china cups.
I don't know what that means. Why did the meter go down? Oh god, and I've just noticed the creepy eye. Ugh. This thing is horrifying. Unfortunately, this device cannot detect any level of optomolecules. Please consider a more mundane, organized religion. Thanks. I feel like I've been vaguely insulted.
That goes a long way with the boss. He'll catch up with you later to talk about Kern.
Give strange response.
I'm forming a raid group to take him down.
What?
Later, Phaedra.
All right, time to chat with the man who found Kern dangling from that tower.
Seems like a fairly low-key response to the fact that I just said I was forming a task force of some kind. I'm enjoying the lunacy of this so far. I still wish I could have actually streamed Resident Evil 2 today like I planned, but this is a decent substitute, I feel. Not at all like Resident Evil, but it's fun. It's good, it's good. The place is called Hungry Chiefs. Oh no. Talk to Remy Dixon first. With his awful beard.
No, you can't put a convenience store close to a supermarket in Indonesia.
What? Well, he gave me a strange... I'm going to have to give a strange response for this one.
Do I look Canadian?
Look, Ramona, I've got... Or Romana. Forgive me for mispronouncing your name repeatedly. I'm starting to have a lot of severe issues with your opinions on Canadians, okay? I'm gonna have to start taking offense to that.
Fair question. Wily Canadians and their clever disguises.
Okay.
Have fun storming the castle!
I watched Apollo 11 launch from that tower back when I was your age.
You're old. No, let's not be rude. I want information from this man. And to be honest, indirectly, this character insulted my age earlier, so, you know.
That rocket must have been really small to fit on that tower before launch.
And she's still being an asshole to him.
You should have seen the guys inside.
Can you confirm that the man hanging from the tower tonight was Tad Kern?
Sure looked like him. Had a wallet with his driver's license inside, too.
Yeah, let's be a bit more direct about this, huh?
Was Kern alone?
Nope, he was here with some folks from the Red Eclipse movie studio. Location filming, I think.
Did you notice anything strange before Kern died?
Not really. Saw him leaving Hungry Chiefs after an early dinner. Is that weird?
No, I suppose.
Any idea why Kern killed himself?
Have you seen his latest movies?
I like that that's just basically the going theory so far, is like his movies were so bad.
Did Kern scream at the last second? Like, maybe he changed his mind?
That's a morbid question. But no, he didn't scream. Not that I heard.
Are the Red Eclipse folks still here?
I think so. Last I saw, they were hanging out at Hungry Chiefs.
Really? They're just sitting around some dusty, greasy spoon?
Hey, some people drown their sorrows in a bottle of beer. Others gorge on scout burgers and supersized sodas.
And now I need to confuse this man.
Those people should count their blessings and their calories.
It's not as strange as some of the things I've said so far, so I can roll with it. To Kern's ID. Jim Larman told Romana, it's not Ramona, there's no O in there. Well, I mean, there's one O in there, but there's only one O in there. That the man hanging from the tower carried actor Ted Kern's wallet. Jim Larman told Romana, I almost did it again, Teague that actor Ted Kern was staying at Chief Roadsides with a crew from the studio working on his next movie. Jim Larman told Romana Teague that he didn't hear anybody scream when Ted Kern hanged himself. The Church of Us categorizes members based on the quantity and quality of optomolecules measured by special testing devices. No doubt rich people have higher opto levels, but hey, maybe I'm just reading too much into this. Ranks from lowest to highest include primordial, archetypal, sensitive, prismatic, quantum, and dark matter. Yeah, like, the leader assumed I was prismatic. He thought I was pretty high up there, apparently. Jim Lotman. Janitor, Chief Roadsides Wonderland, formerly a professor at the University of South Florida, lost tenured position after arrested on charges of narcotics use and sex with an underage girl. Wow, there's a lot of really questionable shit happening in this game. I wasn't expecting that. Hollywood-based movie studio that's been scouting a prison near Cypress Knee for a Ted Kern movie. Okay, that's deem me unworthy. Post an article that includes Aunt Mom and Uncle Dad's story. I have no idea how these achievements work, but alright.
Better get what I can to the blog before Lenny pops an aneurysm.
Crew from studio working on his next movie. Kern's ID. Let's go with who he's there with, because if we're gonna suss out what actually happened here, it does seem rather suspect that he would kill himself while he was in the middle of working on a movie. Now, stranger things happen, and unfortunately that's just how depression works, but it's less likely, I guess, is the best way to look at it. Kern died on film scouting trip. Ted Kern was in the North Florida town of Cypress Knee, scouting locations for a new movie before he died. Jim Larman, a janitor at Chief Roadsides Wonderland, said Kern and the crew from Red Eclipse Studios had been in town about a week. New project would have been set at a nearby state prison. Edgy. Death among friends. Ted Kern spent his final days in a seedy tourist trap called Chief Roadsides Wonderland, but it seems that, although he was among friends, he felt utterly alone. So desperate it seems that he took his own life. Kern was in Cypress Knee with a film crew. Inflammatory. Final flick, now DOA. The last movie on Ted Kern's filmography may never lens. Sources close to the investigation of the actor's sudden death say that he was in a North Florida town of Cypress Knee for a new project. Crew from Red Eclipse Studios scouted locations in a nearby prison. It remains to be seen whether Kern's suicide leaves the movie just as fatally hanged. I don't know, I'm just gonna go straight edgy, I guess. I can't... It's just not in me to be that inflammatory about a thing, I guess. Although if I want to get more hits, sadly, I'm probably going to have to fall into the same trap that all these... Excuse me, I just have to kind of reboot my brain and figure out what the hell I was trying to say. It's too hot today. It's like really warm here today, and I don't do warm weather well. Media coverage, like celebrity gossip. There we go, that's what I'm saying. Like, I need to be as inflammatory as a lot of that stuff is. I need to try to have some ethics, though, I guess. Enter Hungry Chiefs.
Miss T, you certainly didn't waste any time getting here. But that's the way you work, right? Always in a hurry.
Don't you think you should have seen this coming?
Hot damn, I can get a double cheeseburger for $2.75? I would just really want a hamburger. Damn.
Maybe I should have. I feel terrible about it. If I'd known better, I could have reached out. Poor little dude.
Little dude?
Enough chit-chat. Did Kern say or do anything that seemed suicidal?
Honestly, he seemed broody. Tag lost a lot of confidence after Dystopic 12 and Meacham. I'm curious about something, though. Saw your post. Might have cut close to the bone for some of us. Tina especially. Have a heart, lady.
Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have been even that edgy.
Good talk. Sometimes I think ZTN gave you a raw deal when they called you Hollywood's emptiest suit.
Well, I've just ruined that poor woman's day, I guess, so, Wait, aren't you the guy... Weren't you over... What?
Remy bet you didn't know all Spanish moss comes from one ancient dude's beard. He chased a girl up a tree.
But I just saw Remy.
Wait. Didn't I just see you over at the Fun and Fuel?
Remy gets around.
No kidding. What did Remy see?
You saw Kern before he died, didn't you?
Sure did. Served him a Scout Burger special. Fresh meat and everything. He ate like a hungry raccoon.
Was the burger also made of fresh raccoon?
Did Kern seem upset? Depressed? Angry?
Remy might have made him a little mad. Told him how awful Meacham was.
Does the menu offer vegan options?
No, man. Just meat.
I like meat chunks in my yogurt.
Tasty.
That sounds disgusting.
Oh, by the way, Remy heard Cordray talking about you. He wanted to work.
I can't believe this is happening.
To delve into sex life. Oh hey, I know something that I just wrote has caused you a lot of pain, and somebody you apparently you were close to has just died horribly. But hey, tell me who you've been doing lately. No, let's not do that. Let's not do this.
Why'd Kern want to kill himself?
That's the thing. He wasn't depressed or anything. He really liked where the new project was going.
Do you plan to cash in on his death with a kiss and tell memoir?
I'm offended you'd even ask. And another thing.
Yes?
What right do you have to say Tag was all alone, that no one tried to save him? I loved him. He didn't need saving. This is all wrong.
Pineapple.
Yeah, if ever you're in a tense situation with someone whose life you screwed up with something you said, just yell pineapple at them and leave.
It's such a tragedy. What happened to your mother? She deserved better.
But yeah, it's like, oh man, I'm sorry, I've just like accidentally driven my car through your living room walls. Like, how could you do that? It's like, do you know how much this is gonna cost? And you crushed all my stuff. And you just look at them, you yell pineapple, and then you reverse. Just drive down the road screaming pineapple. Everyone will be too confused. Nothing bad will happen to you.
I want information about Tag Kern. Leave her out of this.
I can tell you that he held a ranking of dark matter, a rarity among those in the Church of Us.
How big is the Church of Us?
We've got 6 million members worldwide at last count, growing every day. Such a pleasing sight.
That seems rather suspect and kind of disconcerting.
Mixed opinions about Kern's death, obviously.
What do we have? Donovan Miller, director from Los Angeles, employed by Red Eclipse Studios. He was working with Tag Kern on a new movie called Hard Time. Course it was. Remy Dixon, worker at Chief Roadside's Wonderland, refers to himself in the third person. Can't help sharing inconsequential bits of trivia without provocation. So he's like me. Publicist for Red Eclipse Studios from Los Angeles, occasional girlfriend of actor Tag Kern. Speaking of inconsequential bits of trivia, and in relation to a completely different and much older video game. Okay, so we've been watching the DuckTales remake cartoon a lot recently, you know, being the adults that we are. And without getting into any details about the context, there's this one episode that centers around the moon, and they start using the moon theme from the DuckTales NES game. I actually had to pause the show and yell at it for a little bit because I was so pleased and shocked by it. So I just wanted to put that out there. Donovan Miller expressed regret to Romana Teague for not realizing the depths of Tag Kern's despair. Donovan Miller reports to Romana Teague that Kern seemed gloomy before his death. Donovan Miller reports to Romana Teague that the flop of Dystopic 12 rattled Tag Kern's confidence. Remy Dixon told Romana Teague that Kern's last meal at Hungry Chief's consisted of a scout burger and fries. Meacham. Remy Dixon told Romana Teague that he may have angered Kern by criticizing the actor's performance in Meacham. Tina Gray reported to Romana Teague that Tag Kern was in good spirits before his death. Suicide made no sense. Well, let's see what we can do about that then, or say about that.
Miller, the movie director, claimed Kern was depressed. Tina Gray thought Kern seemed happy. Remy seemed mostly neutral, except when it came to Meacham. Miller didn't think Kern had an appetite, but Remy described a pretty big last meal. And what's the deal with creepy Gordon Cordray? Might have to call her about him. Surprise! First call home in a couple of years.
So hey Mom, I know I haven't talked to you in a couple of years, but this creepy guy who I think is running a cult for rich folk mentioned you for some reason? Let's see if we can actually make someone look good for a change. Donovan Miller, director of actor Tag Kern's final project, wishes he could turn back time. Miller said Kern seemed depressed, but the director didn't know just how desperate the actor had become. Under different circumstances, if he'd known better, Miller said he would have taken steps to help Kern. No, that one's bad. Yeah, let's try to be a little bit more respectful on this one, huh? Bam. Okay. 2 days later.
Tell us about this source of yours, the one who calls himself Anonymous.
Yeah, let's be on the level, I guess.
Not sure. Might be you, for all I know.
Do you realize how much trouble you've caused?
No, because I haven't actually acted it out yet.
Oh, I'm just getting started.
earlier, at Trail's End in Cypress Knee, another death investigation.
Oh, who's this? Mobile Home Park in the swampy outskirts of Cypress Knee. It's been home to an armadillo assassin, a man who went to Venus, allegedly, and a serial killer who buried his victims in guitar cases. Well, okay. I'm assuming they set the game in this particular setting because of all the only in Florida jokes. You know, Florida man. Jack Bellet. That's me, I guess. The new me.
Normally, I'd never bring Reggie to a scene with a dead body. It's my night with him, though. I'm a reporter. This is my job. Just hope the ex-wife doesn't get wind of it.
What, that you took your son to... Okay. Makes sense.
I also hope it doesn't scar him.
But I really needed to take a look at that dead body.
Is that man really dead, Daddy?
Maybe we should be honest. Oh, this is something completely different.
Yeah. Stay here while I talk to Ozzy, okay?
Okay, but then ice cream. You promised.
Viewing dead bodies gives me a hunger, something fierce.
Evening, Jack.
Hey, Ozzy, tell me the news.
Mr. Swayhill here tried to bore a hole in his engine block with a .22 caliber pistol. Ricochet, right through the left eye.
For that particular death, I might need to be snarky.
Guess that idea was a non-starter.
Hey, hang on to that day job a little while longer, Jack.
Anything else?
About Swayhill, no, but I was curious. What brought you back to Cypress Knee? I figured you'd be on to much bigger things.
Who are you? Mysterious one. Why are you staring right at me? I don't know if she's that great of an actor, staring directly at the audience.
I like writing for the notice, but no one's getting rich in the newspaper business these days.
Hang on a second there, Jack. Sounds like we got another dangler at Chief Roadsides. Someone famous. Might be Bieber.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Jackson Lawrence Bellet, you brought our son to a crime scene?
Only by accident. Jack Swayhill's death. Ozzy Clendenning told Jack Bellet that Jack Swayhill, that's too many Jacks, apparently died from an accidental self-inflicted gunshot wound. Cypress Knee Notice is a print newspaper with a daily circulation of about 9,000. Jack started at the paper as an intern in 1985. He returned 2 decades later after burning out in Jacksonville. Reggie Bellet, son of Cypress Knee Notice reporter Jack Bellet and local real estate broker Tamara Bellet. His parents are divorced and not too civil about it. Ozzy Clendenning, deputy chief at the Cypress Knee Police Department, childhood pal of Casey Gaddis and Jack Bellet. Fan of tabletop role-playing games. Me and Ozzy get along just fine, then. Tamara Bellet, Cypress Knee real estate broker and ex-wife of reporter Jack Bellet, mother of Reggie Bellet. Let's try to be reasonable. Romana can be the strange one. Jack will be the reasonable one.
Tamara, I just stopped by to ask Ozzy a couple of questions. Reggie's staying back. He can't see anything.
I want to be able to trust you, Jack, but you're so irresponsible.
I'm a recovering addict? Hey.
I'm in the program. Meetings twice a week when I can.
Irresponsible, lazy journalist, addict. You're not really fit to be a father, Jack.
Nobody's perfect, Tam. I do my best.
The judge always loves to hear that one.
Don't take this to the judge, Tam. Please?
I'll see.
Speaking of Reggie, I've got to check out this other dead body call over at Chief Roadsides.
It's your night with him. I've got clients here looking at mobile home rental options.
It's my job. You want him to see another corpse?
Solid point.
Fine. You'll owe me.
That never changes.
I like all the background rumbling. Rabble, rabble. This is an interesting scene transition thing. I don't know if there's any theater in the world that does that. Our stage is a turnstile.
Chief Roadside's Wonderland suffers from a double-edged fact. It is and isn't what it used to be. The Silloway family built this place in the 1960s. Back then, white folks really didn't think twice about whether they offended other cultures. Now, the Wonderland's an appalling relic. Most motorists zoom right by, never giving a second look. Tonight, though, folks are coming from miles around. Got to see where Tag Kern took a short drop and a sudden stop.
Is he composing his article in his head, or does he just enjoy monologuing to himself?
Some people don't give a possum's pecker whether Tag Kern's alive or dead. We got bigger problems.
Let's be friendly.
Hey, Mr. Gallant, what's got you all riled up?
They're pumping natural gas from below Cypress Swamp for a big development project. They want to run a pipeline through my house.
I've written about that project. Homes, shops, movie theater. It'll be much better for the local economy than Chief Roadsides.
Sure, good for the economy, maybe. Environment's not going to fare so well.
I wasn't intending to agree with the pipeline thing, but okay.
Look, thanks for your time, but I really should talk to someone about Kern.
Don't be an irresponsible jackass. I can point you to proof of government malfeasance right here at Chief Roadsides.
All right, Mr. Gallant, what's the proof?
Go see who's parked outside the Mohawk Inn. It'll be interesting, I guarantee it.
So you're not giving me a straight answer and you're just telling me to go find out myself? Not that great of an informant there, Mr. Gallant.
I'll humor you this one time.
In the parking lot of the Mohawk Inn, you spy an official town car from Cypress Knee.
Oh. Hello there, Mr. Narrator. I completely forgot about you.
Closer inspection suggests it's the town car assigned to Gary Buckingham, chairman of the Cypress Knee Council.
Misanthropic hermit who dwells in the wilds of Cypress Swamp. Years ago, he was mayor of Cypress Knee. Tragedy struck. His son was killed and his wife left town. Locals say he went crazy after that. Well, that'd do it to you. Golden Cypress. Massive residential and commercial development project planned for the revitalization of Cypress Knee. Promises to bring abundant new jobs and a resurgent local economy. Gary Buckingham. Chairman of the Cypress Knee Town Council. Never won a public speaking competition. Sometimes struggles with his own language. Currently trying to win re-election. Challenged by town newcomer Chuck Chichester. That's a lovely alliterative name.
Guess Gallen was right. Time to find a wayward town official at the motel.
I mean, I know I'm here because of a famous suicide, but... let's take the call.
Evening, Tamara. I don't have time to fight right now.
How do you always assume
Hey, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm taking Reggie to the lodge before we go to the Founder's Day Festival.
I kinda promised he could have ice cream, too.
Yes, Jack, I know. It's all he talks about. Thanks for that.
Ice cream's important business. I don't know what you're talking about.
I have to go. Great chatting with you, as always.
But that's not what Jack said. Continue, 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 continue. Listen at motel window. Nothing like a little bit of eavesdropping.
Gallant property is an obstacle.
Through a cracked window, you hear people talking.
Eminent domain's a tough nut to crack on this project.
That's their idea of pillow talk?
Tough, maybe. Not impossible, right?
It's possible. Expensive, though. We're not just fudging dates on a permit here.
Snap photo through window.
That ought to go nicely with a front page article.
Eula Dean.
We don't need housekeeping, Jim.
I'm not Jim.
It's Jack Bellet from the Notice, Mr. Chairman.
What's with all the grunting?
Huh? Well, I guess you better come in then.
Have you got a friend dismembering somebody in the bathroom?
Great question. Not much of a hangout for locals, usually. Fancy seeing you here, and Eula.
Oh, no. I'm here alone.
Oh.
Two people were talking in here, man and woman.
The senses play tricks out here by the highway.
I bet she's in the bathroom.
Windows jammed, Gary.
It's not what it looks like.
Looks like the town council chairman and the chief planning officer skulking around a sleazy motel.
Okay, so it is what it looks like, but it's not what you think.
You're hatching some scheme to get the gallant land through eminent domain.
Fine, it is what you think. But you can't prove it with circumcised evidence.
Circumcised evidence, but I mean, I don't even know if the evidence is, I don't know. I feel like I had a joke there, but I've lost it. Maybe I'm just as bad as Gary Buckingham here.
I think you mean circumstantial.
No, Eula, if I meant taking the long way round, I'd say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think that's circumlocution.
It's got nothing to do with putting anybody in the electric chair. Anyway, Jack, how's the wife and kid?
Family falling apart. Now I'm just going to use this guy as my therapist.
Divorce is finalized. Tamara wants full custody of Reggie. So, you know, just great.
Oh. Anyway, can we all agree this isn't newsworthy?
Keep in mind, I've got a photo of you two in this room together. That's enough to raise questions among the voters.
Excuse me while I walk through this wall.
Evening, Jack. You're chumming with the rest of the sharks, huh?
Complain about ex-wife. No.
Just going where the news is, Jim. What can you tell me about a famous dead guy hanging from the tower?
Hey, I didn't know he was famous right away. Imagine my surprise.
Did anything unusual happen before Kern offed himself?
Things got heated between him and a few others during his stay. His girlfriend, the director, even his church pal, Cordray.
You didn't tell Romana any of that. Not that I'm aware of. Eula Dean, top planning official for the town of Cypress Knee. She's also responsible for organizing the Founders Day Festival and the biannual watermelon seed spitting contest. That sounds like fun. Jack Bellet overheard Gary Buckingham and Eula Dean discussing Gallant's property in a secret motel room meeting. Jim Larman told Jack Bellet that Tag Kern argued with all those close to him prior to his death.
Know anything about the big development across the road?
I know J.D. Gallant won't shut up about it.
Thanks.
Continue. Oh, hey, look, there's somebody else at the protest. Let's investigate the protest first. Howdy, gents.
Jack, man, don't tell me you want to join these crazy cultists.
No.
Ridiculous. Just looking for some answers.
Why does she have a sign that says I take Bitcoin and PayPal? Or PayPal? That has nothing to do with this protest.
I've talked to them before. Just came away with more questions.
Didn't you like the reading they gave on your opto levels thingy?
I'm here for the same reason as usual. Chief Roadsides is a culturally insensitive artifact from a more ignorant time.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't burn down years ago.
Hey, I'll bring the gas if you light the matches.
We're just discussing a little light arson among friends, you know, no big.
Sounds like a plan.
And the burgers are shite! I presume, though I still really want a hamburger. I think I might have supper plans now. Or an idea what I want, at least.
Are you sure you're in the right place?
Say something snarky.
I ask myself that question a lot.
I'm sure you have many questions. Perhaps I can help you with deeper questions?
Only if they pertain to the guy who apparently killed himself, then yes.
Good to know. But I'd like to talk about Kern.
What do you want to know?
Did you talk to Kern at all today?
Briefly. We had a counseling session this morning. Confidential, of course.
How long was Kern a weist?
Really, Mr. Bellet? Must you use the pejorative term? He was a member in good standing for 11 years.
I thought that's what they called themselves. I don't see how that's a pejorative term. Okay, whatever.
Did Kern seem upset, depressed, anything that might suggest he was suicidal?
I can't offer specific details due to the confidential nature of our relationship.
That sounds like bull to me, but okay.
Is there anything else?
I'm done for now.
Kern Church!
Mr. Bellet, perhaps you'd like to sit and take our test.
You know what? Screw it. Let's take the test. Let's see what it says about him.
Sure. Assuming it's free.
The test itself is free. Life as a member of the Church of Us, however, is priceless.
How does the test work?
This test will determine the quantity and quality of optomolecules within your body. Our
Okay.
I've already heard about this in a past life. By past life, I mean another person who was here the same night. Or was it the day after? I can't recall. Look at that face. That's the face of a man who doesn't care anymore. Is this gonna come back and bite me in the ass if I get all my characters to do this? I think I broke it. Oh, this is just the day for technical difficulties, isn't it? Gordon Cordray confirmed to Jack Bellett that Kern was a Weist in good standing and had spoken to him the morning of his death. Now Jack Bellett is stuck in this accursed machine. There we go. Favorite sound? Croaking frogs.
Sounds like home.
Wait, I think... It looks like the aspect resolution has gone screwy on me. Has it? Oh boy. There we go. Best compass direction. North.
Maybe I'm a Yankee at heart.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the screen here, I feel. When's the last time you snorted a line? That's a very leading question, but I'll say if they have some.
Why? Are you holding?
You've won the lottery. Now it turns out a relative who lost their job may lose their home. What do you do? Buy.
Wait for their eviction. Then buy the house at foreclosure cost.
Oh, that's... I thought it meant buy the house for the... Well, apparently Jack's an asshole now. What's your sign? None of these. Let's go Libra.
I'm all about balance.
You're a paramedic. Responding to a car accident, you find your wife and another man inside. Both badly wounded and likely to die without treatment. Save the wife. Screw the guy.
It's possible she's been unfaithful, but she's still my wife.
It seems like... maybe if I pick responsible choices, the optometer goes down, or maybe it just goes down the further in I get. Who knows? Okay, let's see if I can actually get out of this now. Leave it to the goddamn opto test to screw everything up. Oh wait, I think we're good. Everything's back to normal. Well, as normal as this game appears to be anyway. Ross Stevens, who the hell are you?
Well, took him long enough.
Oh, my boss. Let's see. Ross Stevens, editor of Cypress Knee Notice and boss of reporter Jack Bellett. Belladonna Stevens, his mother, used to own the newspaper. Ross was a toddler when Jack interned after graduating high school. This game's all about making people feel old, and...
Hey, Ross. I'm on the scene at Chief Roadsides.
Inmates running the asylum over there, or what?
Corruption.
The current story has been scooped, but I got a lead on government corruption.
Listen to me. If it bleeds, it leads. I want a story on Kern. Hell, I could even use some inches on Swale.
I know, but I caught Gary Buckingham and Eula Dean conspiring to seize land on the Golden Cypress deal.
Golden Cypress isn't news. I need an article ASAP. It better be something I want to read.
But I can tell you about how he assumed my evidence was circumcised. Isn't that a story in of itself?
I hear you, boss.
You know what? Screw him. I'm going with that story. Photo evidence. Jack Bellett snapped a photo of Gary Buckingham and Eula Dean meeting in a motel room. No transparency in Golden Cypress. The permitting and land deals surrounding the Golden Cypress development project may not be a matter of public record. Gary Buckingham and Eula Dean were recently discussing the project behind closed doors at Chief Roadside's motel. This clandestine meeting casts a shadow on a project that has promised to be an economic boon to the Cypress Knee community. Photo, Town Council Chairman Buckingham and Chief Planner Eula Dean standing in a motel room. Credit check bill. Not so golden. Golden Cypress development project looks tarnished. Gary Buckingham and Eula Dean met secretly to hammer out the bumps and plans to develop Golden Cypress. The two were hiding in a motel room at Chief Roadside's. Local property owner and opponent to the project, Jefferson Dean Gallant, tipped off this reporter to the meeting and the possible government malfeasance. Inflammatory. Rotten egg in this love nest. More than passions were inflamed in a gritty motel room at Chief Roadside's today. This reporter found the pillow talk to be less sexy, but just as dirty. Seems like Gary Buckingham and Eula Dean were getting cozy about the land deal to develop Golden Cypress. When caught with their pants down, Eula tried to pull out through the bathroom window. From the sound of things, local landowners will be the ones bending over. You know what? Screw it. Let's go with that. The two of them seem like jerks anyway.
Oh, that was fast. Hi, boss.
What is your problem, Jack? You allergic to good sense?
I report the news.
I told you Golden Cypress wasn't news. You asking to get fired?
No, boss.
2 days later.
Why are you hampering an FBI investigation?
Suspicious.
I think I've been played.
Hello, my name is Jack Bellett, and I am a right suspicious bastard.
You could go to prison and face a major fine, Mr. Bellett.
I could lose my son. That'd be so much worse.
I was a hero. I saved lives. I had a badge. It meant something. I used to matter.
I like how now that we've gone to the actual detective, it's gone in black and white. True noir tone. Okay, I've got to go get something else to drink. I'll be back in just a moment. So let me do this. Here. Bam. Alright, I gotta go grab myself a little bit more water, and I will carry on with this new character. Shouldn't be long. And lo, I have returned! I don't know why I made it sound as epic as that. I just got something to drink. Wasn't that much of an epic quest, let's be honest. Alright, so what's going on with this fella? He's got a nice dog?
Times change, Monroe. Left small town Florida. Got a job as a Hollywood cop turned private investigator. Pissed off the wrong people too many times.
And now here I am monologuing to my dog.
Now, I'm back in Florida. Can't even hold a job as a mall cop. Yeah, been a hard year.
Stole from the store, punched a customer. Let's just say I got laid off. Let's not make this guy, like, that awful.
Beefy Mart's going bankrupt. Tough times all around. I used to matter. Not anymore. End of the road, Monroe.
It's nice to see that the audience is also reacting the same way I am to this. And the dog, of course.
Don. Blast from the past.
Evening,
For the moment. Why?
Got a job for you.
What's the gig?
Tag Kern's dead. Killed himself up here in Cypress Knee. Your old stomping grounds, right?
Mystery solved, sounds like.
Red Eclipse Studios wants you to ask around, get a full account of what happened.
All right. On my way.
Monroe looks up from bed.
Monroe, let's go home.
I like how it asks you to continue 3 times in a row before you can do anything. Continue, continue. Do you want to continue? Let's continue. What's he got going on his shoulder there? It looks like a buckle of some kind, unless it's like a shoulder holster.
Not really sure what the word means anymore. But this Florida cracker town helped make me what I am today.
Let's wax nostalgic about it.
So far, it doesn't look like much has changed since the last time I stopped by this moldy flea speck in the swamps between Jacksonville and St. Augustine. Doubt you've heard of it. Until tonight, at least. Thanks to Tag Kern. Welcome to Wonderland, I guess. Spent a lot of my youth here in the Digital Smoke Arcade, when I wasn't dropping water balloons from that tower. The corpse might still be warm, but something tells me those vultures from the Church of Us aren't far away. If we're really lucky, Monroe, we'll get to see my old pal Gordon Cordray. A reward for clean living.
And then maybe I can sick you on him. To the diner! See if I can get this dog a burger. 'Cause he's a good boy.
Glad you could make it, KC.
It's good to be home. I didn't realize I missed the stink of this place.
What is that smell? The swamp, right? Ugh, can't wait to get out of here.
Let's cut to the chase so I can start the meter. Why does Red Eclipse want Kern's death looked at?
Look, the studio can't wait for the official police findings.
Why is that exactly?
A lot of money is at stake. Insurance claims need to be made ASAP. Frankly, we don't have faith in these Barney Fife types.
Bean counters. World comes to a standstill if their ledgers don't tally. Okay, I'll do what I do. Send you regular reports.
I like how just reporting is just a major part of this game. Even for the guy who himself is not a reporter. But someone's got to pay the bills, I guess. Talk to crazy old Remy again.
You didn't know Genghis Khan kept a burger patty under his saddle all day.
Remy, you high on your own supply again? Think you could answer some questions?
Remy may answer, Remy may not.
What can you tell me about Kern's stay here? You see or hear anything unusual?
Remy tell Kern Meacham sucked. Remy helped you get 0 cabbages on stinkycabbage.com.
I like how cabbage is the one they're going with here. Although cabbage, tomato. Either way, it works. People might start hooking cabbages at me yet, seeing as how I am technically in the stage play.
Kern probably heard that sort of thing all the time. I doubt he killed himself over that.
Well, that's old news. I haven't,
You and Donovan
I've
go
already
back
heard
a
that.
ways, I hear.
Give a cynical response.
Our relationship is largely based on someone getting paid.
I bet this job fell into your lap at just the right time.
Still cynical.
Like you and your men?
Oh, Jesus. I didn't think he was going to say that.
I'm no homewrecker. Those other girls should have scored a ring.
Listen, the studio's got me looking into Kern's death. You mind answering some questions?
She doesn't seem as torn up as she did earlier, though.
Sure, you're probably no worse than these other vultures. Can you listen to what I'll say?
Eyes and ears open. I try to keep axe grinding out of this.
Good. I feel like no one really wants to know how I feel. Just what I can give them about Tag.
Why do you think Kern hanged himself?
I know he was happy. I have no idea. I can't believe he would do this.
Someone offed him?
Anything would be more believable.
What about you two? Are you enjoying your meal?
I think
Did you kill him?
Report. Get paid. Let's do this.
Let's go with Tina's view of accounts, maybe. Because, I mean, the two of them were closest to him. I doubt Remy would really... Well, what does that say, anyway? Yeah, let's go with Tina's. Conducted an interview with primary source, Tina Gray, subject's girlfriend. Source indicated subject showed no obvious signs of suicidal tendencies. Expenses, mileage, notepad, scout burger combo, Wilbur's wagon, doggy delights. Oh, the higher I get on this, the more I... Okay. Interview primary subject. Gray's overall demeanor showed little effect. In shock, she denies that subject was suicidal. Sundog's rain poncho. Inflammatory. Unclear if source is actually credible. Gray is a professional girlfriend. She was supposed to keep subject happy. Subject's suicide requires further investigation. Oh dear. Sundog's rain poncho. Reverend Drescher's autobiography. CD. We'll go with that, I guess. Continue investigating.
Hey, wait. I know you.
Ah, finally.
Can't place the face. Sorry, sweetheart.
Now we have our characters interacting.
Janelle Teague. Does that name sound familiar?
Show some remorse? What happened?
Got hired to work a case a couple decades ago. She was caught up in it. Sad.
That's my mom, ass.
Oh, okay. So her mother seems to have a lot more to do with this than I thought. Damn! She's got a mean right hook.
You still know how to make a good first impression.
Should have opened with one of your patented limericks.
I've got an ebook full of them now. One of my favorites is, there was a young hooker from Vegas who liked to rip clothes off in stages. She would...
Save it, Don. Monroe and I are on the clock.
Unless you want to pay for an audience.
Keep up the good work. And quit ginning up your dog's expenses.
He's on the case, too.
Hire me, you hire the dog. Cope.
Kid, you won't believe how glad I am to see you.
I mean, the dog is the brains of the outfit. Let's try to be nice to this crazy old bastard, seeing as how he's gone through a lot of stuff.
It's been a long time since I heard decent swamp hermit crazy talk.
I'm the only sane person in a world gone mad.
I'm here on a job investigating the death of Tag Kern. It's kind of a big deal to the movie studio.
Come to think of it, this guy kind of sounds like Colonel Campbell from Metal Gear, you know?
Who gives a damn about another dead actor? They're destroying Cypress Swamp.
I mean, he might be.
I need the income.
You didn't used to be all about the money.
Well, that was before I didn't have any money.
I'll touch base with you later.
A bit severely lacking in funds right now, thank you. Investigate protest.
Casey, haven't seen you around these parts in a long, long time. That blogger's really giving my protest some traction.
Hurtful protests?
Wish I could say I missed this place.
You back for good?
Cynical.
Maybe if I hang myself from that tower first.
Oh shit, I should have gone back and talked to him. I missed an opportunity there, it seems. Oh well. I figured I'd have to talk to Lerman immediately.
I heard you were coming to visit, but I scarcely believed you'd have the temerity to show your face.
I'm shocked you know the word temerity, Cordray.
I'm certain it would astonish you to learn how much I know that you do not, Mr. Gaddis.
Oh, I don't know. I figure the church has its tentacles in deeper than the NSA.
It's hard to forget all the damage you caused. A woman's life ruined, a successful man dead.
Gordon Cordray carries a grudge about Boyd Conover case in Hollywood from 20 years ago.
Gordon, your friend Conover messed around with an underage girl. I didn't cause the damage he did.
Keep telling yourself that, Mr. Gaddis.
I will, because it's true, I guess.
Count on it.
Yeah, I feel like I missed a source of info there.
You've been busy, Mr. Gaddis.
Who are you people? Show me some ID or we're done talking.
No one is liable to miss you for a while, sir.
What crime are you holding me on?
We're working up a list.
Can't wait to read it.
You've nursed a grudge against the Church of Us for a long time, haven't you?
Continue the cynical bastard streak.
I guess it's a hobby.
All this over a movie mogul and an actress 20 years ago.
No, they hit closer to home when I was a kid. Bankrupted my dad, bled him dry after they told him he was a quantum.
What's your plan after payback? After everything you've done? Are you satisfied?
Oh man, I'm just getting started.
Intrigue. History. What's going on now?
After Hungry Chiefs, I made my way to the Mohawk Inn for a look at Kern's room.
Give strange response.
Sometimes I just like to make blanket angels in a dead actor's room.
You know, because I'm a creep like that. Let's not be a jerk.
Wow, Mom, I was just thinking about you.
Such a waste. He'd achieved so much with the church.
More like he'd spent so much with the church, right?
You never call.
Give a strange response.
I never fly like a pig full of helium, but you don't complain about that.
Come
home soon?
Soon as I can.
There's gonna be a lot of weird cult shit going on with this, isn't there?
$50 a night. No pets. Especially ferrets.
Okay, I've gotta ask. Specifically ferrets? Great animosity toward ferrets. Owner of Chief Roadside's Wonderland, brother of Doyle Silloway, current mayor of Cypress Knee.
What's your beef against sleek rodents?
They're stinky, psychotic little fur monkeys, and they hide inside socks.
No, I can't go the strange route for this. I need to know.
You know, the stink could just come with the socks.
I like how rule number 1 is apparently no ferrets. This guy's got a real beef.
What do you want?
I'm a blogger with Fan Rage. Maybe you've read my stuff? Phaedra? Anyway, hoping to look inside Tag Kern's room.
That seems very presumptuous of her that this guy would be reading that.
Yeah? Well, it's sealed off. You got as much chance as I do of visiting Taylor Swift's dressing room tonight.
That's kind of bizarre.
Sometimes you just like to feel pretty?
Good answer.
Sorry, I'm not interested in helping media vultures. If the cops want to let you in, fine.
Did I mention I'm with Fan Rage, Mr. Silloway?
I know who you are. My daughter reads your blarg thingy. Ain't like you cure cancer.
Blarg thingy?
Fine. Notice anything during Kern's stay here?
Well, I saw Kern and his little girlfriend arguing. I gather things weren't all pop and sizzle in the sack.
And here she said that things seemed like they were fine.
You're sure?
She called him a flaccid, passionless mattress lump. Could be I'm misinterpreting, but I'm mostly sure.
No, that seems oddly specific.
Thanks for your time.
Before you go, little girl, something else I should tell you.
Little girl?
What's that?
Everybody's all wrong about Kern. Didn't hang himself. He had help.
Oh.
How do you know?
I was outside having a smoke when it happened. Saw 2 people up there. Looked like they were struggling.
Did you keep it to yourself or alert the police?
Chief Pendleton got the security camera footage from my computer after I told him.
Show me.
I wish I could. He took the hard drive.
Yeah, maybe not giving completely strange responses all the time is a good idea. Actually get to the bottom of this, you know. Claims that she had I feel like the fact that he saw 2 people up on the tower is probably more important. Some accounts indicate that Tag Kern wasn't alone on the TP tower at Chief Roadsides before he died. Rutledge Silloway, park owner, told Fan Rage he saw a second person atop the tower with Kern. This may indicate that someone killed Kern but made it look like a suicide. Actor Tag Kern may have been murdered, hanged at Chief Roadsides by someone else. The account of Rutledge Silloway, park owner, suggests that a second person joined Kern atop the TP tower. Yeah, okay. Silloway claims security footage shows 2 people struggling, however local law enforcement impounded the recording. Kern murdered! Actor Tag Kern didn't kill himself. Someone else hanged him by the neck from the TP tower at Chief Roadside's Wonderland. Rutledge Silloway, park owner, said he saw 2 people fighting on the tower before Kern's body was found. Cypress Knee police officers confiscated security footage from the tower before it could be shared with the public. Screw it. Bam. We'll go with that.
Murder makes more sense than suicide.
Give a strange response.
Both are pretty awful hobbies.
I guess she's not wrong?
No argument here.
Great. I'm too tired to fight.
Sorry, miss. No one goes inside without proper authorization.
That's a damn fine hat you got there, Ozzy.
Don't you recognize me? I'm Phaedra from Fanrage.
She still seems to really think that she's more famous than I would assume she is.
Oh, sure. You're the one accusing cops like me of covering up security footage.
Oh. Well, I probably shot myself in the foot. Probably shouldn't have done that.
I didn't accuse anyone of covering anything up.
Good, because that hard drive contained evidence. We just couldn't leave it with Mr. Silloway. He still thinks CD-ROM drives are for holding beer cans.
Yes, Rutledge Silloway claims claims to Romana Teague that actor Tag Kern and his girlfriend Tina Gray argued over the actor's sexual inadequacy. Rutledge Silloway reports to Romana Teague the two people were atop the tower before actor Tag Kern died. Aha! That got the likes. I'm a monster.
So, what gives?
I'm not at liberty to discuss details of an active criminal investigation.
Fine. Can I get a look inside Kern's motel room?
Not without proper authorization.
How do I get authorized?
Your media. I doubt you can get authorized. Proper law enforcement can contact the Cypress Knee Police Department and request a QR code for credentials.
This might be the hacking thing they referred to earlier.
I'll give them a call.
Continue, continue, continue! Continue? What do you want to try? Surf Police website. You direct your smartphone's browser to a link for the Cypress Knee Police Department web portal. Hack for credentials. Oh, here we go. Ah, there we go. I like how the quote-unquote hacking is basically me putting together a torn piece of paper somehow. Sort of. How does this work? Drag the pieces in from the sides into this area and place them in their correct position and orientation. Oh, I can rotate. Alright. Right mouse button is rotate. Alright, we're gonna need to get all this crap out of the way then. Though that corner is probably fine. No, that corner is not fine, because the other pieces are in position. There we go. And this goes down here, I believe. Yep. You go there. And... excellent. Thanks for giving me the hint what to do, future authorities. Oh hey, guess what I have now?
Like I said, Miss Teague, no authorization, no access.
Show phone and
Here's
face.
my stinking badge.
We don't need no stinking badges.
Wait, what? Seriously? Just like that?
Totally legit.
Well, whack me in the head with a gavel and call me a swamp ape. Okay, I guess.
That's some colorful language you got there, Ozzy. What is this swamp ape of which you speak? but the door was over there. Kern's computer tablet offers 2 accessible sections. Journal. You access the private journal of Tag Kern. Strange, you figure they would have brought that in as evidence, but, you know. Several journal entries are available to download. Church support. Pine nuts? Immortality. Download all. Download all entries. I'm not sure Tina believes it when she says she loves me. I wish it were mutual. It's not. She needs to let it go. Holding out hope like this is just not healthy. I'll make a clean break of it next time we talk. This diet's not doing me any favors. Pine nuts make me gassy. Makes for really awkward kickboxing scenes, as they would. It'd be great for a comedy kickboxing movie, though, all the same. Sounds very much like the kind of comedy you would see in, like, the mid-2000s. Possibly starring Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider! The church kept me going through the darkest days of my career. I owe people like Cordray so much. If I could triple my annual gift, I would. I should. Let's see how the new movie does. Immortality. I am the best me I can be. I am the most me I can be. I am the center. I am the core. I hold the power. Immortality is the only option. That sounds very suspicious. What does he have to do with Golden Cypress? Download all. Seems like a strange connection. Operation Amazeballs. From the Gilbert Agency to Tag Kern. Hey, tag along! That's an awful nickname. Great to hear Miller's moving ahead with hard time. I've got good feelings, buddy. Good feelings. And if this doesn't work out, I've got a script for Operation Amazeballs 12 that you'll absolutely love. Not as good as 2, but so much better than 9, 10, and, well, the less said about 11, the better, right? Carrot Top and Corey Feldman really want you back in the lead role. Okay. Later. Insurance. Received the policy documents signed and notarized. As per your request, the Church of Us is the sole designated beneficiary in the event of your death. Well, that's sketchy. Golden Cypress from Gary Buckingham. Buddy, so glad we got to show you around Golden Cypress the other day. Go on board this train, sailing soon. Lunch tomorrow if you want. My treat down at the Watch. G-Buck. Sketchier and sketchier. Someone scrawled a note on top of the pizza box. It reads, "Meet at Tower, 5:30.
Interesting.
Wait, it said 5:30, not 7:30. You took a picture of it. You should know this. Or did I just read it wrong? I don't know. I don't trust myself half the time. So what's happening with this? The game appears to have stopped again? Or rather, something strange is happening. I would have assumed that I was supposed to go that way, follow... For a minute, I thought I still heard her footsteps, but... See, this game is laid out so weirdly, I can't even really tell if this is supposed to be happening. So... maybe it's supposed to keep going until the music stops, but I feel like the music's looped a bunch. I mean, this is a cool scene and all, but... Okay, no, the music is starting over again. Okay, let's go back to the, main menu, maybe. I feel like maybe it's saved in a spot that I can get back out of, perhaps. Alright, continue. See where it drops me. I'd like to finish the first act if I can, but I'm not quite sure. Oh shit, I gotta do this over again?
$50 a night, no pets.
Alright.
Especially ferret.
What's your beef against...
They're stinky, psychotic little fur monkeys. And they hop...
Aren't we all fur monkeys, deep down inside?
What
Seems
do you
legit.
want?
I'm a blogger with Fan Rage. Maybe you've read my stuff? Phaedra?
Yeah? Well, it's sealed off. You got as much chance as I do of visiting Taylor Swift's dressing room tonight.
Sometimes you just like to...
Sorry.
I'll stick with that response.
Helping media.
Did I mention I'm with Fan Rage?
I know who you are. My daughter reads your blog thingy. Ain't like you cure cancer.
Fine. Notice...
Well, I saw Kern and his little...
You're sure?
She called him a flaccid, passionless...
Thanks for your time.
Before you go, little girl...
What's that?
Everybody's all wrong about Kern.
How do you know?
I was outside having a smoke when it happened. Saw two people up there. Looked like they were struggling.
Did you keep it to yourself or alert the police?
Okay. Let's see if I can get back through this
Chief
and
Pendleton got
see
the
if
security
it seems to
camera
work.
footage from my computer after I told him.
Show me.
Wish I could. He took the hard drive.
Now, it's still entirely likely that, Oh, no, not that. Two people. I'm gonna give the same report. Well, bam. Of course, that screws over my,
Murder
chances with
makes more sense
Ozzy,
than
I guess.
suicide.
Both are pretty awful hobbies.
No argument here.
Can you buy a noose at Hobby Lobby?
Anyone ever tell you that you're weird?
Yes.
Almost hourly on a good day.
That doesn't make you very likable.
Give strange
So I
response.
guess this means we won't braid each other's toenails.
Oh, that sounds horrifying. Means I gotta do the
Sorry,
friggin'
miss.
minigame
no
again.
one goes inside without proper...
Don't you recognize me?
Oh, sure. You're the one accusing cops like me of covering...
I didn't accuse anyone of...
Good, because that hard drive contained evidence. We just couldn't leave it with Mr.
So what gives?
I'm not at liberty to discuss details of an act...
Fine.
Not without proper authorization.
How do I get authorized?
Your media. I doubt you can get authorized. Proper law enforcement can contact the Cypress Knee...
If I wore a monocle, it would be popping off my face right now.
It doesn't seem that shocking, though, Phaedra. Just saying. Or Romana, or whatever name you wish to go by right now. Let's try this again, see if this works. Do 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 do. Boop. Oh. Quite the interesting hacking technique.
Like I said, Miss Teague, no authorization.
Here is my stinking...
Wait, what? Seriously?
Totally legit.
Well, whack me in the head with a gavel and call me a swamp ape. Okay, I guess.
I'm beginning to think I should be doing a story on swamp apes. Quite the interesting creature, I presume. Download everything. Download everything. May as well check all that just so I can get it out. I know what they all say, of course, but there we are. Well, now I get to see if I read the pizza box correctly. Yeah, it says 5:30.
Interesting.
But when she takes a picture of it, it says 7:30. Madness. It's madness, Phaedra. You need to get your phone checked, or your eyes, one or the other. Yeah, why didn't this come up before? It sucks that I can only use one fact. The insurance angle seems pretty sketchy, and I don't much like Cordroy, or Cordray, or whatever the hell his name is, so let's go with that. Actor Tag Kern named the Church of Us as a beneficiary for the new insurance policy, according to an email obtained by FanRage. The email sent from Kent Kipstein informs Kern that there's a lot of K's there. Per his request, the church was named sole designated beneficiary. Silver lining Kern's death. Fans lost a favorite actor when Tag Kern died today, but it wasn't bad news for everyone. The Church of Us, it seems, gets a payout for his demise. An email obtained by FanRage, Kent Kipstein, yep, inflammatory. Church sees death payout. The Church of Us gets a sweet bonus from the death of actor Tag Kern. Shortly before he died, an email shows Kern signed an insurance policy naming the cultish Weus as sole designated beneficiary if he died. Let's go with the edgy one. Okay. Insurance angle's interesting. Maybe more smoke than fire. Give strange response. Smoke, fire, fish, it all stinks. Way to bring the weird. Bringing the weird is what I do all day. Use that fire, cook yourself a fish.
How'd it feel, running into Casey Gaddis at Chief Roadside?
Not great.
I've had better moments.
You believe Tina Gray was innocent?
Mostly.
As far as I could tell.
You didn't like Gordon Cordray much, did you?
Live and let live. I didn't care about him one way or another.
Is he dead too now?
That's not what we heard.
I can't help what other people say.
We heard he talked down to you. Maybe hurt your feelings?
Why would I give him that kind of power?
What happened after you met Cordray the first time?
Wandered over to Hungry Chief's for a word with the movie studio folks about Kern.
Act 1's a lot longer than I thought it would be. I'll give it maybe another half hour max, see if I can get to the end of it.
Well, Mr. Cordray, just wanted to offer my condolences.
Thanks, Chief Pendleton. Tag Kern meant a lot to the church and to me personally. It's a terrible loss.
We're going to bring whoever killed him to justice. Count on that.
Got any prime suspects?
Oh, hi, by the way. Sorry to just sidle up and listen into your conversation. But I'm a reporter, it's what I do.
Sorry, Jack. Can't comment on an active investigation. You know the drill.
Tag Kern's dead. Someone killed him and made it look like a suicide. Maybe the ex-girlfriend had something to do with it. Can I have Ozzy's paycheck?
I don't think he makes much more than you, believe it or not. So I hear your boys signed up for Little League.
That's right. Reggie wants to play center field.
We'll see how he does. I'll be his coach if he makes the cut.
Is that supposed to be some sort of bizarre threat?
Don't be too rough on him. He's more comfortable catching virtual golden rings than chasing pop flies.
Ah, so he's a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Turns out the Chief's actually a Nintendo fan, so that's enough to put him on the Chief's shit list.
Don't worry, Jack. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should catch up with Ozzy and compare notes before we take our next step.
And make sure he hasn't let any other reporters into an active crime scene, you know, as Ozzy tends to do.
I appreciate your silence on the matter of my counseling sessions with Mr. Kern.
It's not the sort of thing normal folks care about.
Not quite on point, but I suppose it'll do. Best thing for you, really. Flunking that test. Wouldn't want to give you false hope.
Okay. I mean, I don't really give a shit about it, so...
I'd probably surprise you.
Why are you bothering me?
How am I bothering you? See if I can hammer down about the will.
Kern's death brings a mighty nice windfall to the church, doesn't it?
Mr. Kern is as generous in death as he was in life.
Maybe he wasn't expecting to die so soon, though! Aha! Got you there. Let's have a chat with Remy first. Whatever he has to say probably isn't going to be important.
Remy's sorry. Not holding right now.
I'm not really looking for that right now.
Yeah, you know, don't fall off the wagon in the middle of this, Jack. That's probably a bad idea.
Want anything else? Scout burger? Fries? Warm mayonnaise pie?
I need to know. What the fuck is a warm mayonnaise pie? Also, there's nothing on that grill. What are you doing?
Is that actually a thing?
Remy trying new menu experiments. Next time, shrimp in a used diaper.
That sounds horrifying.
People bugging you with lots of questions about Tag Kern?
Remy guess that goes with the territory. You got some?
How do you feel about Kern's death?
Remy liked Kern's early move. Remy not a fan of Meach, of course. Still, Remy didn't want him dead.
I highly doubt that you were the one who killed him, Remy. You're a very strange man with a very awful beard, but murderer that does not make you. Let's have a chat with Miller instead, I guess.
So you're the Yutz who's been writing nonsense about Tag fighting with everyone before he died.
Wait, I didn't write a story about that. Did I? I didn't see a goddamn thing about that. I talked about local governmental corruption. I didn't... Unless I was forced to write another article.
Really, it's the last thing I wanted to write about.
I suppose it could have been worse.
Anything you want to add? I'd like to hear your side.
I'd just say that it was an honor and a privilege to work with Tag. He'll be missed.
I mean, that's awful nice of you to say. I don't know how true it is. It's a rather generic, well-wishing kind of
Tag
thing.
was right. I just didn't want to let go.
Did you really see a future together?
I wanted to believe it could happen. The church made it so hard.
Okay.
The church kept a tight grip on him?
Like a miser clutching his last shiny dime.
The church is looking more and more suspicious, which, in a story like this, makes me think that perhaps they aren't going to be the culprits, because, I mean, let's be honest, it's never the most obvious suspect, is it? Hell, he might not even be dead for all I know.
Well, son of a bitch. It's just one happy reunion after another in Chief Roadside's Wonderland.
Where did you get the coat and hats? You didn't have that before. Also, I can just simply say drug addiction, apparently. Just look at him. Drug addiction.
You're not still pissed about high school, are you?
These two went to high school? Jack looks so much older, though. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Really, I'm more angry about the jail time. You stuffed your drugs in my locker and let me take the fall.
Yeah, my bad on that.
That was a dick move on my part, yeah. A big regret. Among many.
Tuck that apology in your porter's notebook, slide the pen in the spine, and jam it all up your ass.
My, how very creative. Okay, so... Romana hates Gaddis. Gaddis hates Jack. And I guess Jack is just the schlub in this, I don't know. Oko didn't want Kern dead. I feel like that's probably the wrong angle to take. Let's focus on her angle. Nah, screw it. Let's be focused here. Let's go with this.
Yeah?
Let's not write too much about the Church of Us, okay?
I hear you, boss.
But you wanted more story about this. This is the big info. I don't... Why you gotta be so wishy-washy on me, man? Well, nobody seems to really give a shit about the story, so there we are.
I spent a lot of my childhood hanging out here. Now, it's where Remy Dixon hooks me up with my fix.
Let's just have it be weed. Let's not be too hardcore about this, huh? Although the earlier question did ask me about cocaine.
He grows some primo weed out in the Palmetto Maze here, I think. So here I am, back at the Mohawk Inn. I'm still curious about a few things. The more I chase the story Ross wants, the crankier I get. I know I'm paid to do the work he wants. I get that. But I'm a journalist. No matter how far I've fallen from my golden boy days, I don't want to run from real news. Maybe he'll fire me. Maybe that's okay. Maybe I'll get motivated to do something new. Maybe I wasn't meant to always be a journalist.
Yeah, let's try to be optimistic, huh?
Better dig a little more while I'm still employed. Let's see what Rutledge Silloway can offer in the way of news.
Evening, Jack. Ross got you working the Tag Kern story like everybody else?
Kern's the corpse of the hour.
Must suck for you, hunting sloppy seconds behind that blogger girl.
Oh dear.
Like it must suck to be an ancient tourist trap off a busy highway.
Sad but true. More folks drive by here in a day than used to go by in a year. We're lucky if a dozen stop by to refuel or grab a snack.
Forgotten relic. Rutledge Silloway told Jack Bellet that despite more cars on the highway, business is slow.
Time passes us all by, and we're left munching dust and love bugs in its wake.
Sad to see you settling for some out-of-towners' scraps.
Yeah, you gotta keep hammering that home, don't you, Silloway?
I'm more interested in what's going on with Golden Cypress.
How's that news? Everyone knows the development's coming.
Not everyone knows that Gary Buckingham and Eula Dean are conspiring to ram a pipeline through Cypress Swamp.
Now, Jack, you want to be careful going around with your mouth half-cocked like that.
I disagree.
I'm no fan of hiding the truth from the people.
If you say so. Depends on how you spin it. How's Ross feel about it?
Doesn't matter.
My readers deserve the truth.
I don't give a shit what he thinks. Rutledge Silloway gave Jack Bellet a warning about covering the Golden Cypress development. Rutledge Silloway expressed his opinion to Jack Bellet that news on Golden Cypress is being spun.
Maybe you should take the hint.
Maybe you should go to hell! Rutledge Silloway, proprietor of Chief Roadsides, expressed hope the Golden Cypress Development Project would bring more business to him and put more dollars in his pocket. If those dollars have a little shade on them, it has been no cause for concern. Screw it, I'm gonna hound the thing. Yeah, there we go.
Hi, Ross. You get my story?
I told you to stay off Golden Cypress. No one cares. If no one cares, no one reads the notice. If no one reads the notice, you have no job. Am I clear?
But...
No buts, Jack, except yours, kicked to the curb. I'm serious.
Take you too long to come up with that joke there, Ross?
Got it. Jesus, what a dick! Can it be more obvious that he's in Buckingham's pocket? If anyone's got it worse than me in this world, it's gotta be Jim Larman. got busted for statutory rape and drug charges after a cocaine-fueled night with a teenage girl.
That's why I stick with the weed.
Way not to piss off the wrong woman. At least I live to tell the tale.
Okay.
So K.C. Gaddis came to town.
You boys get all caught up?
Something like that.
I always liked KC. Good heart in that kid.
Yeah, let's not antagonize the other protagonist, huh?
He's a righteous dude.
Righteous dude now.
Looks like somebody finally escaped from the bathroom. Eula Dean, town planner for Cypress Knee. Gary Buckingham's co-conspirator. Be nice to get her side of the scandal.
I understand your concerns, Jack. But
hello, Baked. Welcome to the stream.
Golden Cypress would be for our town.
What is this, Nightmare? It's a very bizarre detective story called Knee Deep. I feel like most of the way through the first act is divided up into 3 acts, and I don't know what to make of it. It's very bizarre and confusing. It has to do with, like, the apparent suicide of this actor, but it seems like there's more shadier stuff going on in the background, including a cult/religion that's bears no resemblance whatsoever to a real-world quote-unquote religion that all kinds of celebrities are into. Oh no, that's not a thing, I'm sure.
It could be amazing. But if it's so great, why the skullduggery?
It's just the way things have to work. No one gets hurt.
Yeah, what about the crazy dude?
Jefferson Dean Gallant suffered enough, don't you think?
Mr. Gallant could benefit from Golden Cypress too, if he'd just listen to reason.
It's not like you've given him much reason to trust you.
I mean, you know, going behind his back and trying to get him kicked out of his home, but you know, it's semantics, I guess.
I hope we can count on your support going forward.
No.
I need to be able to look at myself in the mirror every day.
Jack Bellet, we must talk.
Sure.
He's always been mostly harmless. Plus, still no rush to get back to the office.
But why is he so angry with me? I thought I was cordial to him earlier. Is it a story I did?
It's going to end in a cataclysm, Jack.
What's going to end in a cataclysm? What's happening now?
Everybody deals with their own personal apocalypse sometimes.
The spirits grow angrier. They will lay waste to the abominations that fester here.
Okay.
If I were them, I'd be pissed too.
Flee, Jack Bellet. Take your family and escape this place while it remains within your power to do so.
Man, your tone has changed completely, like... I didn't even notice the guy on the right, what he's doing. Thank you for pointing that out. It's like he doesn't even know what he's holding. And like when he gets to the apex of, like, raising the sign, he's like, oh my god, I got a sign! And just kind of shakes it a little bit. And the lady in the back seems pretty out of it. Oh, the other thing I should mention about this game is that it plays out as if you're watching a stage play. Like, these are all sets, and you move around from set to set. It's very strange. But yeah, what's going on with Woodstep here? Because last time I talked to him as Jack, we were pretty buddy-buddy, and he wasn't all apocalyptic.
Let's not go overboard with the melodrama.
When the time comes for regrets, remember, you were warned.
I know you and I were joking about burning this hotel down, but, you know, I thought you were a bit more lighthearted about it.
Roger that.
Oh, wow. You're the newspaper reporter, huh?
Let me guess. Fan rage blogger?
Must suck to be you.
so far, all three of the main characters seem like they're...
Never gotten over how Bellet framed me with those drugs in my locker.
So far, it seems like most of the protagonists are all kind of jerks. I don't know how to feel about that.
We'd been pals until that spring. Cost me graduating with the rest of the class. Had to settle for a GED. Past is past. Gotta wrap up this investigation, take the studio's money, and think about what's next. I'm still worried Miller's playing me.
Who's this guy?
I'm pretty sure Rut doesn't allow pets in his motel.
It's Buckingham.
Guess that's an improvement over the restrictions this place had last century.
You're Casey Gaddis, right?
Sure feels like it most days.
I knew your daddy back in the day. Your mama, too.
Didn't you kick them out of the watch for trying to get a table for dinner among the white folk?
Just following my manager's rules at the time. Nothing personal.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Just business, huh?
There's a lot of assholes in this game, I've noticed. This guy just keeps digging himself further.
Look, son, don't come round here grinding that old axe. Your people got those simple rights now.
I think you're kind of missing a word there, Buckingham.
I think you mean civil rights.
Ain't got nothing to do with some crazy lady with a bunch of personalities.
What?
So Jefferson Dean Gallant tells me y'all want to knock down his house and tear up the swamp for a natural gas pipeline.
Our ex-mayor's a real drummer queen sometimes.
Yeah, that's a real interesting speech impediment you got there, Gary Buckingham.
Don't you mean drama queen?
Ain't got nothing to do with seasickness.
Is Gallant telling the truth?
He's blowing it way out of context. I mean, yeah, his shack may suffer some structural indignity issues, but he can build another shack.
I do like structural indignity, though. That's an interesting phrase.
I suspect you meant structural integrity issues.
Ain't got nothing to do with insurance policies.
Okay.
$50 a night, no pets. That means no dogs. No ferrets either.
This guy really has something against ferrets, in case you couldn't tell by the whiteboard.
Do I look like I'm packing ferrets?
I don't know, Gaddis. That coat's got deep pockets. Might have a ferret or two in there.
Have we met?
Sort of. You set a cross on fire in my family's front yard back in the day.
Jesus Christ!
I am an upstanding member of the Cypress Knee Chamber of Commerce. Never been in the clan.
See, I feel like this story is just molding itself to the options I'm taking here, so this may never be a thing but I may as well go down this line now that I'm here.
It was a windy night. You didn't wear a chin strap. The hood flew off.
It wasn't me, friend. Could have been my twin brother Doyle. He ran with that crowd before they made him mayor.
Yeah, let's ask about Golden Cypress.
This big development across the road could boost Chief Roadsides.
Maybe. Might be the last nail in our coffin, too. Of course, they might buy me out. That'd be fine.
I feel like more than half of the questions and revelations that have been happening have something to do with that damn development and not the famous suicide that started the game.
Hi, Mom.
Chief Callaway Getty. You're home for the first time in, what, 5 years? And I found out from Chief Pendleton's wife.
Sorry, on the clock.
Meant to call, I got distracted. Sorry.
Your work's important. I'm just an old, retired mama in an empty nest. Don't you worry about me.
I won't leave town without seeing you.
Better not. You'll make your mama cry.
That's right, Gaddis, you've been warned.
Don't worry.
Ain't nobody mess with their mamas.
Casey Gaddis, it's been way too long, man. Good to see you again.
I would like to think that the two of these guys played tabletop games together. That'd be fun.
You too, Ozzy. I miss our old tabletop gaming days.
You still play much Maps and Mischief?
That's a lovely name for a game. Sure I do.
Sometimes,
with the dog.
When I get a chance. It's still fun.
If you want to move back, now's the time. Golden Cypress awaits.
Yeah, I still try to play Maps and Mischief, but, you know, Monroe keeps eating the dice.
Yeah, that project keeps coming up. Something special.
Everyone thinks it's going to turn Cypress Knee back into a boomtown.
Hope that works out.
Boss tells us you left this town a long time ago.
Oh, it's you assholes again. You know, what do we have here? Rutledge Silhouette told Casey Gaddis that he believes Chief Roadsides may be bought out by the Golden Cypress development. Ozzy Clendenning told Casey Gaddis that he believes most in Cypress Knee think the Golden Cypress development will bring prosperity back to the town. Sparta. Nobody gave a shit about that last article Jack wrote. That's great.
Boss thinks maybe you should have stayed left.
Well, is that what your boss thinks? Goon A? Goon number 1?
Is this the part where you threaten me with bodily harm if I don't scram, vamoose, skedaddle?
Nope. This is the part where I mention how sad it'd be for anything to happen to that mutt of yours.
Hey, don't threaten the dog.
Touch my dog, and I'll end you, your family, your friends, your postman, your barber, even your proctologist.
Don't mess with the dog. What did I just say? Gaddis takes this seriously.
You've been warned, Gaddis.
Next time, put it in writing.
Monroe, maul them.
I should probably make another report now. Better check those receipts.
I don't see what this has to do with the suicide that I'm supposed to be investigating, though. Might be balled out by Golden Cypress. I mean, I suppose if anything, this is probably the more important thing. I don't know. Conducted interview with secondary source, Rutledge Silhouette, owner of the premises of subject's death. Silhouette believes Golden Cypress developers may buy him out. Possible motive to increase property value from de facto subject shrine. I like how on every one of his expenses there's treats for the dog. Conducted interview with secondary source, Rutledge Silhouette, owner of premises subject's death. Source hoping to cash in on his morbid suicide magnet. Maybe subject suicide more of a homicide. Golden Cypress is possible buyer, if only to improve the neighborhood by tearing down source's premises. Okay, that just straight up says that, okay, yeah, let's pick the middle road again.
Yeah? Well, you're a fat-faced old man with a bad haircut.
Okay.
Hey, this is the top shelf do-over at the Clippery.
Shut your face, geezer.
Careful, Jack. This kitty's got claws.
I love how they all seem to despise each other.
I don't have time for you geriatrics anyway. I'm taking a look at that tower.
Nothing to see there. Kern's at the morgue by now.
I'm going up there. For reasons. Shut up.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Jack's right. The tower's a dead end.
Well, I mean, there might be some evidence up there, maybe, but...
Seriously?
I get the feeling I probably could have investigated the tower had I said differently.
Maybe the universe is trying to tell you something.
Never been a fan of following instructions. I'll just track down Remy and see if he can get me up that tower. Later, old dudes. The tower's gone dark. Probably because something's up there the bad guys don't want us to know.
Now let's be a weirdo.
Turn on the lights again, watch the roaches scurry.
That's not that strange of a response, I guess.
I remember like it was just yesterday.
Taste the cookies.
The buttery flavor of the sugar cookies Mom served with our tea. And then...
Man, I can go for some cookies now, too. This game has made me want hamburgers and cookies. Maybe I just need to eat supper soon.
She kept finding the dark humor in her situation.
Leaping lizards!
Remy bet you didn't know ancient Greeks called lavender nardus.
I feel like, Romana relates fairly well to Remy if I keep picking the strange responses, so yeah.
Greeks got nards?
Oh, Remy just jam-packed with useful facts like that.
Oh, buddy, ain't you ever.
Got any useful facts about the tower? It went dark and I want to go up for a look around.
You help Remy? Could be Remy help you.
What have you got in mind?
Remy take care of the gator pig here at Chief Roadsides. Right now, it's time to feed old Jumper.
Doesn't ring a bell.
He's a star attraction here. Big old gator.
So you want me to feed the gator?
Do you talk to Jumper? Does Jumper talk back? Is he more of a Morgan Freeman or a Christopher Walken?
You're weird. Remy like that.
Yeah, I figured that.
What does Jumper eat?
Big old Jumper. He can't resist a tasty chicken in a diaper. Pick up what we need from the fun and fuel.
What is your obsession with wrapping food in diapers?
What's so appealing about chicken in a diaper?
Looks like a chubby little infant to that old gator. Gets him hungry every time.
That's disturbing, but okay.
Soon.
Once again, asked me to continue 3 times.
Strikes me as odd, Miss Teague, a civilian getting information from a device locked in a crime scene?
I mean, you know... Although, to be honest, I think I'm actually going to have to stop there because it is getting pretty close to supper time for me, and I am getting very hungry. And I thought I'd be able to knock out the first act of this in about 2.5 hours, but it seems like we still got a ways to go yet. So, let me just exit the game here, seeing as how it just saved. Exit Theatre. Which is the game, of course. And let me switch on over to yonder webcam. Hi! But yeah, that's knee deep. It's very odd. I don't really know how I feel about it just yet. But, it's kinda cool, I guess? Sort of, kind of, maybe? It's something, alright. It's a hell of a thing. It's something I'll carry on with. But, anyway, I'm gonna have to stop there for now. Hopefully I'll be able to get my issues with my capture card straightened out so that on Thursday, I'll be able to carry on with some more. I mean, I really should carry on with Resident Evil 2 like I plan to do today. Maybe I'll just say screw it to that and go back to Arkham Asylum. I don't know, we'll see. So that's going to be my next streaming day sometime on Thursday. I don't have a set time during the day, but I'll be back then. But yes, if, You know what? I keep meaning to actually send raids to people every time I finish streaming. And it looks like there's a local streamer streaming Greedfall now, so you know what? Let's just throw people at him. It's Indie Insomniac, his name is. So yes. While I'm setting that up, and before I actually send you on over yonder, let's see. Oh yes, my ending spiel. Okay, excuse me while I completely lose my mind a little bit here. If you happen to stop by to watch, as always, I thank you very much for doing so. And hopefully you fine folks will join me next time, which will be, of course, on Thursday, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Until then, however, I wish you a farewell, and I hope you have a great day. And now I'm just gonna send you folks on over to Indy, who is playing Greedfall. Or at the very least, maybe is going to start it soon. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see when we get over there. So long for now.